in the beginning, for the pleasure of Radha Mohan and Gurudev and all Vaishnavas, our beloved and dear Radha Kripa Kataksha will read one of his poems, and you can see on the Radha Dasya he sent translations so that devotees can follow the poem, or later they can read again and relish. So thank you very much. Radha Radha Gurudev. So Radha Kripa Kataksha, please.
Okay, Radha Radha, greetings to everybody. So this is our newest song. Ever quietly present, oh my Radha, my mind is a treasury of sweet encounters between you and Mohan. Oh tenderness, when you arrive, my heart at once becomes a fragrant garden where peonies burst into bloom. And then I intoxicate them with the scent of your hair. Oh beautiful speech, when you depart, it turns into a burning desert that cries out for rain, for words of love you whisper to Govinda. You walk paths beyond which knowledge and merit wander hopelessly, paths damp with the tears of those who wept for you before us, those where longing cried out loudly enough to drive away fear and to call you, who always listen eagerly, waiting. Yet you are never far from me. Even when my mind roams up on a stage where I put on masks and garments that constrict me, you are quietly present. In that fragrant garden where I always wait for you, as you waited for me to awaken. And when you come close enough, I will return to the earth what belongs to it. I will carry only those peonies I have tended solely for you, my dearest, and for your Mohan as well, for his face which will wander intoxicated through your fragrant curls. So thank you very much. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you, Radha Kripa Kataksha. You want to say something about this song? How it came to you? This poem is... When it came? Is it new one or not? Because devotees are interesting.
Okay. Yes, it is the newest one. There is no actually some proper time that poems appearing. It's depend of the Radhika's will, actually. It's not that I decide I will now sit down and write the poem. Mostly when I dive into meditation or chant or walk or whatever, some pictures appears or some words, and then arise the desire to put on the paper and make some construction to be available enough to read to Radhika and to you also to share these motions, actually. Yes, I don't know how it came. It's the always spontaneously somehow or other. Just this. Actually, it's difficult to write, and I want to explain the emotions upon Radhika, it's not too easy to explain. Actually, this is just a small attempt to construct some poem to express it and share it, actually, to express these drops which coming to me. So it's like this. I cannot remember how this poem came, actually, because this bhajan, deepest part of the bhajan going in the mind, through the mind, and then is easily coming to the heart. So this is the beginning of the poem. It's actually was like this. When you coming to my mind, then happened something, some emotions blooming, and this desire arise to express it and offer to Radhika. Actually, there is always this desire to offer some service to her, actually, and this is a way which coming like a gift to me by her sweet will to make it and offer, and to you also, to Gurudev, and all to you to make some sharing, to put her in the center and glorify and her, and giving love to her any way we can, actually. So encouraging also some of you who also read, I'm sure that some also who write, I'm sure that some of you surely writing some things about Radhika, and please, if you have something, just share it. It's not that I have to always I read. I'm sure that all of you have some emotion, and that this should be shared. So this is for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Radha Kripa Kataksha, for sharing these little fragments of your heart and your bhajan. So devotees who are deeply engaged in the writing the poetry or whatever, so now you are invited to express yourself also to the others for the pleasure of Gurudev and Radha Mohan and everyone. Actually, whatever we are doing for the pleasure to Gurudev, Vaishnavas, our beloved Ishtadev, Vrindavan, everything what we are doing. Actually, we are trying to do it for their pleasure, and always remind ourselves that, like Radha Kripa Kataksha said, we are not in the center of the seva. They are in the center of the seva. We are circulating around them, trying to serve them, begging for their mercy, but they are in the center of our heart. They are in the center of our life, and we depend on them. So that's the position of someone who wants to attain this sublime, the goal of life. So Radhe Radhe, now Anantadas will read and continue from last Saturday. Please, Anantaji.
Yeah, Radhe Radhe. Maybe we can start from beginning, because we read last time just a part of first paragraph. So I will read for the beginning the verse 58 and then notes from Anantadas Babaji. O Swamini, mistress, while you are on your way to the abode of the king of Vraja, Nandishvara. To cook for Madhava. Every pore of hair on your body stands erect of joy, and your gait falters. Will my eyes ever attain this vision? O Swamini, Mistress, while you are on your way to the abode of the king of Vraja, Nandishvara, to cook for Madhava, every pore of hair on your body stands erect of joy, and your gait falters. Will my eyes ever attain this vision? Notes. The more the devotee experiences, the more the devotee's devotional hope increases. When devotion appears in the heart, the devotee feels himself unqualified, but he is also bound by strong hopes for attaining the beloved. In Utkali Cavalry, Sri Rupa Goswami writes, Where am I, a very wicked soul, and where is this love that is rarely attained even by great devotees? Still, I am agitated by strong hope for attaining this. This hope is nectar and is the support of life. This hope will be very strong in Svarupavesh. This is a very beautiful thing. Much mischief will go by thinking, I'm Radha's maidservant. Svarupavesh will set fire to the mischief of lust and anger in the heart. From Sanatana Goswami's Brihat Bhagavatamrita, it is known that I don't have the power to experience the bliss of meeting the Lord. Separation is my practice. I don't have the power to experience the bliss of meeting the Lord. Separation is my practice. A person who has not experienced separation first cannot desire meeting. In Svarupavesh, separation will be experienced, not in bodily consciousness. In Svarupavesh, the aspirant will constantly think, when will I get it? I feel so miserable, I could die, like a fish out of water.
So, Radhe, we can stop a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Last time, on Saturday Zoom, we were talking about importance of hope. which is nourishing devotees' heart, determination, motivation, enthusiasm, that one day, by the mercy, he will attain the goal. So this hope is necessary to develop. And this hope cannot be developed artificially. We need someone who will really convince us that this goal of attaining Rajadam, attaining the position of Radha Dasi, is a so valuable jewel that all our faith and desire to attain that goal becomes condensed. And through this faith, which is the base of any spiritual life, any, spontaneously hope is arising in the heart, in the consciousness, in the mind. And that hope is giving devotee the strength, spiritual strength. And one very interesting thing I noticed now, last time I didn't, but Baba saying here, devotees in the first sentence, devotees' devotional hope increases. So it automatically, it comes that there is hope also without devotion. It can be religious hope. And also it can be materialistic hope. And here we can see the spiritual hope in the form of devotional hope. All three kinds of hopes have has a goal, but not the same one. In material life, hope for attaining material desire is present. In religious life, hope for attaining the God, like a savior, is present in the heart. And the spiritual goal is the goal of the soul who developed a relationship with the God. And this is only spiritual hope. Then Baba is making more specific devotional hope in the mood of Manjari Bhav. This kind of hope is constantly flowing and burning in the heart of Raghunath. His hope, and from Anantaji was reading very nicely, and many things are coming actually from the commentary, that this hope is focused for attaining the love. This is Prayojan, and this is why Raghunath is Prayojan Guru. Because his Manjari devotion and hope from Manjari Bhav is showing that he wants to attain only Radharani's maidservant, lotus feet, and to become Radharani's maidservant. So Baba is saying, I am Radha's maidservant. Who can say, I am Radha's maidservant? Gurudev can say. Because I will prove you, Gurudev, that you can say this because you have realization. And we sadhakas, we have to follow those who has realizations. Their nature, their feelings of Manjaris. Because they are always living in their Svarupavesh. And Baba is talking here that hope in Svarupavesh is something which will bring devotee sooner or later to the lotus feet of Radharani. And the separation, now he is coming from the hope, he is coming to the separation. Because without hope there is no separation. We can see how all these tiny emotional and psychological things are connected in the beautiful garland, in beautiful golden chain. Hope and separation. But from which identity? Not material, not religious, but from devotional identity. I am Radha's maidservant. So the more Svarupavesh is established in the heart of devotee, separation automatically is appearing. And my understanding is, I'm sorry that I'm expressing this, but I'm trying to repeat the Gurudev's words, in which he says, first, Shraddha, because this faith is the base for the hope. But we cannot stay all the time on that level. We need stronger, deeper, intimate relationship with Ishtadev and Ishtanishta. Then Guru Nishta becomes even more stronger. In what? In what Guru Nishta is focused? Focused that my Guru is first of all, by the mercy of his Guru, by the mercy of Radharani, firmly established in his Prema Rupaya, Manjari Bhav. And that through him, through his words, through his eyes, through his embraces, through his chastisements, Kripa is flowing in the heart of sadhaka. This hope brings devotee to the firm faith that he is completely opening his heart to attain beloved Radharani and Mohan. When Radhika sees the happiness and pleasure in the heart of her maidservant, or my Guru Manjari, somehow they are both inspired to infuse more strength, more spiritual strength, more taste in the heart of unqualified sadhaka. Then his faith becomes more stronger, his hope becomes spiritual hope, because he's immediately, spontaneously, his Svarup Avesh is awakening. So he starts to have firm hope, firm faith, firm hope in the Svarup of his Guru. Firm faith and hope and love also to the real identity of Radha Mohan, not like a statues on the altar. And what is very important, he starts to have very firm faith, hope for his own Svarup. When this is established like identity, I am Radharani's maidservant. What does it mean actually? It means that attachment and love starts to bloom in the heart of sadhaka. No one can say, I am yours, if he doesn't have a love. So when Raghunath is saying here, I am Radha's maidservant, he is firmly fixed in his identity. I am Radharani's maidservant in his Swarup Vesh. Then feeling of separation in the waves are starting to flow through his heart, through his emotions, through his even sadhaka Vesh. So we can see here that many times we were talking how sadhaka is feeling separation. But this kind of separation cannot be compared with the separation of someone who already attains Swarup Vesh. Because it's completely different intensity of emotions, which there is no words which can explain this. But sadhaka can open the heart very sincerely, in an innocent way, without any hidden motives, hidden desires, cheating mentality, completely honestly, to open his heart that these waves from Raghunath's heart, from Gurudev's heart, from Guru Parampara hearts, simply splash him. We have to be splashed by the waves of emotions of pure devotees. We cannot go step by step, just put one leg in the ocean and then run away. We have to be splashed with the waves from their heart. And how to be splashed? To simply stand. Raise up hands. Please, I'm completely depending on you. This is the moment of Sharanagati. I'm depending on you. Splash me, pull me, drown me, put me in the middle of the ocean of your love and soak me. So this bhakti has nothing with philosophy. These words of bhakti can everyone who is simply not under the guna of tamoguna or rajaguna can very easily understand, relish, and practice. So when Raghunath is saying here, separation is my practice, sadhaka's practice is to meditate on his separation. Because in his separation, immediately love is including. So this is why association is important. With whom we associate, that waves will splash our heart. If we associate intimately and closely with the devotees who has a ruchi, who has a shakti, who has a bhava, who has a prema, the waves of their bhava, emotions and purity, especially purity and humility, will splash sadhaka, who is not a pure still. So this is the power of strong, pure association, which is not easy to find. But by the kripa, we would have some chance. It will be given us this present that we embrace that present and put on our heart. Association of pure devotees. There is nothing more valuable for sadhakas in this world, but only association of pure devotees. Satsanga Krishna Seva Bhagavata Nama Vrajavase Ei Sadhana Padana. Satsanga, this is the 5, Rupa Goswami is saying, this is the 5 items which are necessary for practicing bhakti and attaining the goal of bhakti. And all of them are essential part for devotional path. Satsanga is the first. What does it mean? Association of the pure devotees. Because only through them we can start to learn something about Krishna, Vrindavan, loving relationships, bhakti, Radharani, confidential pastimes. From whom? We will listen and we will hear only satsanga. Bhagavata scriptures which are glorifying and also they're directing us on the bhakti rasa, which is the essence of all scriptures. But how we will understand bhakti rasa without satsanga? Who will give us the strength and power, intelligence, proper relishment and taste and understanding? Who will empower us to practice bhajan? Satsanga. Satsang Krishna, Nama. Satsanga is giving the Nama. And Satsanga in the form of Guru is giving Harinam, Diksha. And through this Nama, the door is starting to open to Nama, Rupa, Guna, and ultimately Lila. And Rupa Goswami is finishing Satsang Krishna Seva Bhagavata Nama Vrajavase. Which kind of satsanga you want? Vrajavase. He's closing, he's starting with sadhu sangha or satsanga and closing with specific satsanga, Vrajavase. So this is like an embrace. One hand is satsanga, which are helping us, and another sangha is Vrajavasa. It's a very specific sangha which can bring us to Vrindavan, to develop Vraja mood, Vraja prem, which is completely full of spontaneous love, intimacy, relishment of beauty and sweetness of Radha and Mohan. This is Rajavasis. They don't care for the God. Actually, they are worshipping God in Vrindavan. Gurudev can confirm that or deny that. Vrajavasis, they have a God. They are worshipping Narayan, but not for themselves. They are worshipping the God to protect Krishna, to protect Radharani. So God is not excluded from Vraja, but is excluded from Dhira Lalita, from Krishna, from Radhika, Kishore, Kishori. They don't see the God forms, opulences, mystic powers, knowledge in this beautiful Yugala Kishore. So you see, satsanga, and the end is Vrajavase. This is the perfect circle. How sadhaka can slowly, step by step, but surely advance in spiritual life. Because from Vrajavasis, sadhaka has opportunity to learn to love and to feel separation. This kind of separation doesn't exist anywhere, only in Vraja. And this kind of separation we cannot learn from the books. This kind of separation, there is no manual for that. There is no seminars for that. It's not positive affirmations or motivations. It's not New Age philosophy. Vraja mood, Vraja separations can be learned only by heart. To be splashed by the feelings of, first of all, love of Rajavasis, the way how they are loving, and also the way how, in the same time, they are crying. So this kind of separation can help sadhaka to develop his love. If he's meditating with his heart, not intellect, with his heart, meditating on the feelings of Rajavasi, and he is starting with his Guru Manjari. Then separation becomes beautiful, sweet item of sadhana bhakti, which can bring devotee to the bhava. And by the kripa also to prem, and so on, to the ocean of Mahabharata. Because these words, I'm sorry, I'm talking again. These words of Raghunath and Baba are the expression of their prema, their bhava. It's not ordinary words. Many times we heard. We can feel it. They try to hide these words. And we can see how Gurudev is expert in hiding. But this bhava simply, the nature of this bhava is simply bursting out, exploding out in the form of their words, in the form of their compassion, in the form of their good desires, nicely expressed desires to help sadhaka. So this is not ordinary words. They are full of pure emotions, hankerings, lamentations, longing, and humility, and full of separation. And this kind of separation is separation from someone who already had direct realization with Radhika. This is the most valuable jewel in this world for all world. And this is the greatest gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gave us this opportunity. I have to stop. Otherwise it will be lecturing. Gurudev, please help this fool.
I want to share that I thinking without meeting there is no separation. This I know, I agree. It really is fact. Without meeting, how it can be separation? Because physically, when we meet someone, then we have developed relation and love, and then he'll separate. This is very natural. Huh? So I know this side. Huh? If without meeting, how I can feel separate? I don't understand many times this word. Separation is tartful. How it can be separation when I don't meet how I will suffer? But here is written in not material consciousness. It's written in the spiritual consciousness. Soul is a part and parcel of super soul. So they are together. Then they are separated. No? Super soul and soul separated, part and parcel. So it is natural they are meeting. Because of my condition, of my material body, I am not understanding this. That I am a part and parcel of you. Because of my condition, I know some understand this. But really, we are part and parcel of you. The moment I understand, I start feeling separation from you. Right? Second, when we are not in condition, when I am in condition of my material ego, then I cannot understand this. The moment we are free from that, I will understand this. Then we will understand what is the beauty of Brajavasi, what now he is studying. They are feeling that we are part and parcel of you. You are my part and parcel. You are not a creator. You are my son. I have to take care of you. And so I'm praying to Narayan to protect you. My God. I pray to Hanuman that take care of you. Hanuman will take care of you because you are a child. This is Brajavasi. Understand? This is Brajavasi. I have to care you. How this care? I have to care you without mercy of Radhika. How can come? This is Vrindavan. I see what Brajavasi went. I see Hanuman, Shiva, Narayan, all are in the center. I say, well, Krishna, then I see Krishna is thing. I said, where is Krishna? He says, Lala, he's here. He's not a god. They don't recognize like a god today. He's a Lala. Everything is for him. For all protection of him, they are praying to all God for the protection of Krishna Gopal. I was surprised to see what they love they have. Their kitchen not for them. Any Brajavasi home kitchen is not for only for them. This kitchen, anyone who wants to come, they can come and go and eat. Brajavasi's home is not for their sleeping. You go, they will give you a bed and they will sleep in the floor. You cannot do this. You say, I have no place for your whole house. And they have one room and they have a place for 10 persons. And you have a 10 room, but you have no place for one person. because there is no bed, no comforts, no water, or no comfortable circumstances. You cannot give that. You say, sorry, I have to stay in a hotel. So this is the Brajvasi. Brajvasi, one time I was there, I am watching Brajvasis cooking, they are ready to eat. Somebody says, Radhe, Shyam, they give them chapati and waiting for them to eat. Again, they will make them eat. First, they give to outsiders. Who say Radhe. This is Brajvasi. Love for everyone. They are in action, they are in the feeling of this, feeling and taking care of the Krishna like anything. And they feel separation. You offer any money, they will not go out of Vrindavan. Why? They not want to leave Vrindavan. What is that? They say it's the best place in the universe. This is Vrindavan. This is Rasikas. They're not sure. You cannot see Rasikas, very difficult to understand. They know go and they will not start preaching you. They will ask, how are you? Where you are staying? What you eat? Go to Vinod Baba. You go, he will not be giving class to you. You will say, how are you? They don't know, but asking, how are you? Where you are staying? How the comfortable is there or not? How I can help you? They have nothing. How they will help, you don't know. But they will ask you. What they have, they will give to eat to you. They will give the place to sit to you. No comparison, no beauty of this. No comparison of these feelings. Living. You can feel they are living with Krishna. They feel separation from Krishna. They care. They're not sure, but they care.
Yes. This is why no one can understand really behavior of Rajavasis. Because
or Radha Krishna also, you see Radha Krishna Ekar. They are one soul, two body. So they are one already. For us, for their exchange of feeling, they become two. They naturally will miss each other because they are half and half. One become half. So one will miss two others. Is the nature. So that is viraha. Soul is separated to super soul, that is viraha. My condition, my ego not make me to understand this. This is my foolishness. This is my condition. Because I create these circumstances to be out of that. So separation is there because we are together. Materially, we say that we will not meet, then separation will not happen. In the material meeting, spiritually, we milat rahe, we are always together. But we feel we kabho mile na, we never see each other.
So this is, Gurudev, then why it's important to clearly accept, not only understand, but accept that we are never, first of all, like a soul and Supreme Soul, we are never separate.
No.
Like you said.
We are part of you, my dear.
Yeah.
We are always together. Soul and soul is also not separated.
Yeah.
Because of my condition, we want to be separate.
Yeah.
My ego makes me separate. No soul and soul can separate, no soul and super soul can be separate. Is a confusion, is my false ego. My condition makes me to feel like this. The reality is not that. My plastic condition.
Yeah, because here it's written how actually the pure devotees, Raghunath, also he feels separation, but from his Swarupavesh, who is awakened completely in his consciousness. He is not identified with Raghunath. Actually, he is identified with Tulsi. He don't see himself like a Raghunath.
Radha, that's the beautiful.
We see him.
Yeah.
Like someone who is doing austerities, bhajan, reading, talking, crying, but actually he doesn't see himself like this.
Yeah.
And from that point, he is separate.
In Swarupavesh, separation will be experienced, not in bodily consciousness.
Yeah.
In Swarupavesh, the aspirant will constantly think, when will I get it? I feel so miserable, I could die, like a fish out of water. The devotee sits down in the marketplace of mercy and gets what he desires by paying the price of having a feeling of dirt. The suitable place for having this feeling of dirt is Vrajadam. Here the separated devotee wanders around, looking for his desired deity, weeping and lamenting. When Gopakumar came to the terrestrial Raja, his condition was thus: I spent all days and nights there weeping in great distress with a pitiful voice, In the material world, a person is so distressed when he loses a child or so that he sits down in a lonely place without speaking to anyone, simply crying. People of the world become mad when they are out of money. Oh Radha, when will I feel like this about you? When a devotee reaches that condition, Swamini cannot stay far away anymore. The question may now arise. Money and children are very tangible things, aren't they? Radharani is not such a tangible thing. How can we experience her? How can we think of her? Why we have never experienced her? The answer is, you cannot experience her because you don't think of yourself as her maidservant. This
This is the key. This is the key.
This is the key.
This is the essence, Sara, of everything. How I identify myself.
Yeah. I cannot accept that I am your dasi in my abhiman.
Yeah.
We need the radha dasi hoy abhiman. Abhiman for that, pride of that. What I am, your dasi.
The answer is, you cannot experience her because you don't think of yourself as her maidservant.
Wow. That's the problem. Yes. Problem is here. I want to be Maya Dasi, not Radha Dasi. Material. Although everything is there, when Radha Dasi, Kalpa Vriksha, nothing to do, automatic happening. This is the mercy of Radha Dasi. Krishna cares to the Dasi of Radha. He said, I am a gatekeeper of that. I protect them. They are real people. Real Krishna.
So, Gurudev, we can see here how this Nishta is firmly established in the heart. I am. I know who am I. I know what I am doing. That's me. And from that establishment, firm establishment, Nishta establishment, hope can arise. Spiritual, devotional hope.
That's the point.
So this is the checking point for each person. How much faith I have that I am Radha's Dasi, Because if the gap is existing between, my words will not help me. Feelings, identification, not I'm Gauranga Sundar, but I'm maidservant of Radha. I. It's immediately including the soul consciousness. Because otherwise, if it's not established firmly, we are practicing Majra Bhava from bodily consciousness.
Srila, when we have Manjari Bhav and we not understand my Manjari Sarup,
No.
and I am not practicing Manjari Sarup practice, then we are Padilika. So Manjari Sarup is so important. To be in my Sarupa is Radha Dasya. Understand?
Anantaji, please continue next sentence. Mike. Nemoj ga isključivati.
Right. The answer is you can't experience her because you don't think of yourself as her maidservant.
Yeah.
This awareness will awaken when you experience your relationship with her.
Yeah.
This awareness, I'm maidservant, will awaken. But it must be awareness. Because I'm aware that I'm this body. I'm very aware that everything what belongs to this body is mine. I'm firmly, nishta, aware about this. So spiritual life, spiritual consciousness doesn't entering in my awareness that I'm this body and that everything what belongs to this body is mine. This is the illusion. Awareness, which is free of cheating mentality. Cheating mentality is I am this body. This is the greatest cheating of myself. Then I'm expanding this awareness to everyone. But awareness, I am maidservant of Radharani, will awaken when experience of relationship with her appears. So when we really understand this, heart will start to cry. Because devotee will understand I'm completely useless. I'm completely unqualified. I have to protect the world from myself. But my only hope is your lotus feet, my Gurudev, my Guru Manjari, my Radharani, and the dust of Raja, where your lotus feet are walking. It's not poetry. It's not nice words. It's awareness. Then what will happen?
Bhajan will swiftly be accomplished in this way. In Prema Bhakti Chandrika is written, "My heart will be filled with joy when I defeat my enemies, lust, anger, greed, and I will easily worship Govinda."
This is the heart full of joy, which is awakened. It's not material heart who wants to feel the joy. It's the heart in which soul consciousness and Manjari consciousness is awakened. This is spiritual joy of someone who attained natural position. This is not faked joy, artificial joy. This is eternal joy. This Ananda is the essence of every living being.
My heart will be filled with joy when I defeat my enemies, lust, anger, greed, and I will easily worship Govinda.
So with my material conceptions which are deeply rooted in my heart, I cannot worship Radharani and Mohan. How I can give the pleasure to their pure senses if my senses are full of lust, greed, anger, because of material consciousness. So what to do in this helpless situation? Should I give up? Or should I just surrender? Should I helplessly open my heart to the pure heart of divine devotees and begging them for the mercy? How I can worship Radhika with my tamogun? How I can worship with the rajogun? How I can worship Radharani with my bodily consciousness? Identification. I even cannot properly listen about topics about her. But I am very proud because I know so many things. I'm talking to others. I'm behaving like a cheater. My words are so sublime because it's not my words. I'm repeating the words of others. But I'm proud and representing myself that this is my words. And naive devotees, they are, believe me. Sorry, Gurudev, please tell me.
One thing, I'm proud that I know many things, but this proudness and knowing many things is blocking me to go to right way. sorry to say, this is my blockage.
Yeah.
But I am proud from my false ego. I am proud for knowing many things. But this proudness for knowing many things, it cannot make me clear to understand one thing. What is the reality? So it's a foolishness. So Prabhupada said, Raskar, you understand many things, you really don't understand. What is the use of knowing everything and is not? What is the proudness? Humbleness coming, but knowing everything, not proudness coming.
Yes, you are right. When we really know something which is valuable, then without any endeavor, humbleness is appearing in the heart.
So it means you don't know anything because no humbleness comes. So this is it.
This is the fact. This is the fact.
A person in Swarupavesh may be engaged in worldly duties, but his mind is always fixed on the lotus feet of his beloved deity.
This is Bhajana Kriya. Please, Gurudev.
What Kriya? What name you said?
Bhajana.
Bhajana Kriya, Gurudev. This is Bhajana Kriya.
Wow.
Someone
Yeah.
Someone who is aware about his Swarup Vish. Externally, he can perform many, many things. Unlimited things. But whatever he touches, it becomes seva. Because he is inside identify, I am not this body. And all these things are not belonging to me. They are here to engage them in the seva. And it cannot be done artificially. This is why we need instruction of Guru. I don't know. I'm still on that level. I'm not on that level. To be fixed in my Swarupavesh. I'm not in Swarupavesh Nishta, but I need instruction to follow, hoping that I will purify my heart and come on that stage by the mercy.
Yeah.
And Baba here is saying, Raghunath, in his Swarupavesh, such person can do whatever he likes. He can be naked in front of all world. He can be the richest person in the world. He can do whatever. He is free from karma. This is why no one can understand Premika devotee. Who will understand even Bhavuka devotee? And then we are confused. Why he's behaving this, why he said that, why he this and that, and this and that and this. Why? Because I am not in Swarup Vish. Can I argue, agree? Or you?
Beautiful. Beautiful, my friend.
So how we sadhaka can practice this? By following instruction of the Guru.
Wow.
And when he is sitting in the bus and going to his job, he is sitting and thinking, I am Radha's maidservant.
Wow.
And Radhika gave me this job. And Radhika and my Guru, they gave me kripa for the salary, which will I use for devotional service.
Wow.
This is Sharanagati, Gurudev. I don't know. This is art of living. Bhajana in the bus and Kriya on the job. I made it simple. I'm sorry, maybe someone will be offended.
This is mind. Where is the mind? I am bhajan. That is my bhajan.
Yeah. I see my Gaurachandra is here. Now I can see him.
Chandra will say so.
Sorry, but I didn't see you.
Jai Gurudev. Jai. It looks that feelings of separation is the most natural thing. When the jiva, when the atma is part and parcel of the Paramatma, this is natural to feel separation when I'm not in this relation. Like Radha Krishna Eka Atma, when they are separate, is totally natural that they feel separation from each other. So, why it is not natural for me to feel separation from Srimati Radhika? Because I'm not living in my true identity. I'm not living in the truth that I am Radharani's maidservant. I'm so covered with the material, so it is the material energy that makes us so without feeling that I not can feel that I'm Radharani's maidservant. But it is the most natural thing. So, when this will come, that I want to live in my true identity, when I want to embrace this relation with that I have with Srimati Radhika, my Radharani, then bhajan becomes also natural. Baba mentioned in the purport, right? Then bhajan swiftly becomes natural because I am your maidservant. You are my Swamini. But I not realize that, so I absorb myself in bhajan. When will I strongly reject the idea that I am this material body, that my name is Gaurachandra, that I'm 50 years old and have a male body? When I will strongly reject this identification and embrace my true identity, then I can feel separation. I read about mammata, the strong feeling of possessiveness that starts in prema bhakti with dasya rasa. You are my Lord and I am your servant. There's identification. You are mine and I am yours. And this increases in the rasas. You are my friend and I am your friend. You are my son and I am your mother. Like it's like my arm. When it cut my arm, then separate it. In the same way, you are my Swamini. If I'm not with you, then I feel like I'm dying. And it's surprising that that is supposed to be the most natural feeling, but I'm so covered by the material identification that I don't feel it. So I need mercy that I can feel the natural separation and natural relation that we eternally have. Radha.
Radha, Radha. Actually, it came to me, Gaurachandra, that why it looks so impossible for me. Because I don't want. Deeply in the heart, I am attached for my body and belongings to my body. And from that, I want to jump on Manjari Bhav. Artificially, with my material mind, material senses, material intelligence, materialize. This is how I imagine that Bhakti Yoga is. I don't want to leave this identity. I'm very fixed and firm, nishtha, in this identity. So Maya has to do her duty, to slap me. And this is the kripa. Anukula pratikula. Little anukula, little pratikula. Little anukula, little pratikula. To convince me that this is not my natural environment. And this body is not natural. Like you said, use this word, natural. Environment for my soul. What to speak about Manjari. I don't want. I speak like someone who wants. I behave outside like someone who wants. But I cannot cheat the experts who can read my heart and mind. I don't want. This is my problem. And all questions are arising from this simple answer. And I witness on myself, I witness on the others also. When you approach to some sadhu, ask Keshav Baba anything. Please, Baba, give me mercy for that, for that, for that, for that, for that, for that. And Baba just simply say, yeah, if you want, you will get it. If you have desire. And bas, this is the answer. Isn't it, Prem? If you have desire, you will come in Vrindavan. If you have desire, you will chant. You will enter in your bhajan. If you have desire. Baba, but please, how I can have desire? To have desire. Only if you have desire, to have desire, to have desire. Simple answer, but we are not ready to apply, my dears. We are celebrating so many festivals, so many this and that, but simple things we don't want. To want. And because of that, when we are doing these festivals, doing these kirtans, doing this katha, because of that we are not offering these words, these songs, this dance, this seva, this cooking for the pleasure of Radharani. You see, someone will say direct words. Yes. If you want to practice bhakti, you have to practice directly, one-pointed, narrow path. I want, with my ears, to serve and give Radharani pleasure. This is why Shravana is important. Other things are not Shravana. Shravana is I'm giving you the bouquet of my emotions through my ears to accept the flavors of your sweetness and beauty. This is Shravana. But I'm so stuck in my bodily consciousness that I want with my bodily consciousness to attain Manjari Bhav. I want to give the pleasure with my tongue, with singing, with talking, like bouquet of my emotions. Pleasure to Guru, pleasure to Radha Mukha. I want to give the pleasure to Vrindavan. You see, this is completely another conception. All other conceptions are completely materialistic, pious or impious, doesn't matter. I am coming in Vrindavan. I am staying in Vrindavan. Not to receive, to get something, but to give. Give my nothing what I have. We are not coming in Vrindavan and staying and living or whatever to get something. The mood of Raja is to give. I'm coming in Vrindavan to learn how to give my senses, to listen about Vrindavan, to touch the dust of Vrindavan, to see Radha Mohans, and to be actually seen, not to see. I don't have eyes to see. This is my seva. And we can see how it's difficult to change the conception that everything is meant for me. It's very difficult because I don't want. I have my own limitations. Up to here, that's all right. But beyond, sorry to say.
Mogu nešto reći?
Da.
Rade.
Change? You can speak on English?
Ja bih hrvatski, ako može.
Okay. I will translate. I will try to translate.
Thank you. Rade. Ja imam jednu jednostavnu sliku o svemu tome šta osjećam i kroz šta prolazim. Ja sam se odvojila od Paramatme, ali Paramatma je uvijek sa mnom i uvijek mi pomaže kroz cijeli život ovaj materijalni. Koliko god sam se ja prekrivačima prekrivala, uvijek sam osjećala ipak neku granicu, neku zaštitu da ne idem previše, da se ne prekrijem. I taj osjećaj, to kao kad majka ili otac štiti svoje dijete da ne ide u kriminalce. I onda u jednom momentu dođe ti dosta svega ovog materijalnog, ali sada ne znam šta je to. Da li je to sram, da li je to žalo što sam takva, što sam to napravila njima. Nekako osjećam ovo sve što dali su mi gurua, dali su mi svih vas, vajšnave, da mi pomognu, ali ja još uvijek mislim da je to sad odnos između nas samo. To je nešto jako intimno da dijelim sa svima i želim dalje to je možda i dalje to produbiti uz pomoć naravno Gurudeva, ali postoji ta žalost i sram da ja to ne da ne mogu, nego da nisam spremna u potpunosti. Evo. Jai Shri Radhe. Kako?
Okay, I will try to summarize. Well,
yes.
But it's very nice that she expressed her feelings. Actually, in the beginning of her name is Vrinda Devi.
Yeah.
In the beginning of her spiritual life, she was very much attached with Paramatma. And she always has this feeling that Paramatma was protecting her, guiding her, whatever is necessary in the life. She got the feeling that Paramatma is supplying that. But now she has a feeling of little shame because she cannot practice and live with full determination, hoping that Gurudev will give the kripa, give the mercy, Vaishnavas will give the mercy and give the kripa. But somehow she feels a great shame because she cannot be faster in her spiritual advancement, in practice. So this is expression. You want to add something, Vrinda? I made wrong.
Ne, it's okay. Samo sam htjela reći to što sam dolazila, da mi je dosta tog života materijalnog, onda sam došla u Vrindavan. To se dogodilo samo od sebe. Znači, ja sam na tom putu, ali trebam više odvažnosti i prije sam imala tu zaštitu i vodstvo, a sad imam kroz Gurudeva, ali osjećam da mislim, osjećam ga kao Paramatmu na neki način.
I was satiated with the material life, and I came to Vrindavan with great hope, but somehow I feel that it's not going in my spiritual life like I was expecting, and I would like to be much more brave. I need a lot of courage. Because in the time when I had a relationship and faith in Paramatma, it was somehow, I felt much more secure that someone is always with me, and I accepted that. But now somehow I don't feel so stable. Please, Vrinda, correct me. I don't feel so secure so that I can have a strength to go on.
imam povjerenje u gurua i u Vajšnave.
I have a trust in Guru and Vaishnavas.
A ja osobno nisam dovoljno otvorena, ja to sve proživljavam iznutra. Evo.
But all the things which I'm listening and thinking about, I'm not so much open to express this, but I'm very much inside of myself.
I zahvaljujem Guru Devu na svemu, jer on je najviše sa mnom.
Yes. And I'm very grateful to the Gurudev because I feel him very strongly. He's always with me.
Hvala puno. Jai Shri Radha.
It was Vrinda's great urge to express her feelings in this moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Hvala, Jai
for help and strength.
Jai Shri Radha.
Jai Radha.
A person in Swarupavesh may be engaged in worldly duties, but his mind is always fixed on the lotus feet of his beloved deity. Sriman Mahaprabhu compared these devotees with wives that have a paramour. The wife may be engaged in her household work, but her mind is always fixed on her paramour. When her household work is somehow accomplished, she will run off to her lover. In the same way, the devotee is also taking the lotus feet of Shri Radha in his heart, in a lonely place, whenever he can get out of his material entanglement.
Mm.
Everyone in this world calls me mine, mine, but I don't lend an ear to this. I will meditate on Swamini's lotus feet, her form, her attributes, and her pastimes. I will see to it that she will be satisfied with my devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami has written the essential instructions down in his Upadeshamrita, verse 8. Gradually, the devotee must become more and more absorbed in engaging the tongue and the mind in chanting and remembering the glories of Radha and Mohana's names, forms, and pastimes, spending all his time living in Vraja, in allegiance to the Raganuga Bhaktas. This is the quintessence of all instruction. I will
Please,
repeat.
Anitaji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Srila Rupa Goswami has written the essential instruction down in his Upadeshamrita, verse 8. Gradually, the devotee must become more and more absorbed in engaging the tongue and the mind in chanting and remembering the glories of Radha and Mohana's names, forms, and pastimes, spending all his time living in Vraja in allegiance to Raganuga Bhaktas. This is the quintessence of all instruction.
So we can slowly end here with the words of Rupa Goswami. Which should be meditated and trying to apply in our life gradually. If someone wants to share something, before we end, just be free to do that. Okay. Thank you very much, Gurudev. Hoping that our words are like drops to give you pleasure and Radha Mohan. We don't have anything else. We are beggars. So, what can beggars offer? Sunitididi said one time very nicely, how can you worship Ganga? The best way is to offer the Ganga water to Ganges. So it's very, very important for all of sadhakas that we share and offer the words of pure devotees to pure devotees. This is our flowers for their pleasure. That. Bye-bye. Radhe.
Radhe, Radhe. Thank you, Gurudev, Gauranga Sundara, Radha Kripa Kataksha, Vrinda Devi, all the other devotees. Radhe, Radhe.